Hey, hey, hey guys, how are you doing today? Today we are talking about the Akashic records, and I invite the request to be added in your thing. It's working, and I try to invite group member, and let's bring Silvana. Oh, our amazing Silvana, hold on. I invited her, and hopefully she will see the notification. How are you guys doing today? Exciting days. Hi, Abby. How is it going? I hope everything is well. Are you busy, busy, or just busy, busy, busy? And Silvana is there. Bring them on camera. Okay. Add to camera. And sorry, Silvana, before we join, I mistakenly, I think, or is it vertical or is it horizontal? It's horizontal, I think. So let's try that. Sorry, I gave you the device. You can't turn the phone while you are live. Okay, so I'm just. Hi, Silvana. Hi.
Hello, how are
My
you?
mistake. How are you? Okay,
I'm
it
good,
didn't
yeah.
work.
Running, I was running from nursery.
Oh my
I said,
God.
I must be there before one.
How is
Yeah.
it going? Are you having a stressful day or you are in the
No, I'm just fine. Well, my son woke up at 6 today, so I just couldn't work a lot this morning because that's my time that I wake up and then I
I
just go
see.
and work. But this morning wasn't just that. These things sometimes happen, so he's
Yeah,
going to
right.
sleep very early
Hmm.
today, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
then you have time.
that is going to be my time to work.
Yeah, if you don't have anyone
Um,
scheduled, then that's fine, right?
oh yeah,
That's
yeah, exactly. But this
mhm.
is it's not very often. I mean, he doesn't do it every day, but sometimes happens, and he's just say, okay. He was playing at 7 and running, and oh gosh, this guy.
We just
Yeah,
roll with
you
it,
know,
right?
the age. Yeah,
Cool, cool, cool.
exactly.
Thank you very much for
So,
joining us today. I'm so excited.
okay.
We had already a session and I loved it. I loved it. It was the first time that I came across this topic and it was like, bah. And we talked about stuff and after that I was messaging to my friend and we were blown away. But I think
Yeah,
about that a
because
little
of the
bit.
coincidence, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, if you could let us know a little bit about yourself, how you started your business and why you started the business, and after that
Okay.
we can go into the nitty-gritty.
Well, I think that it was not my own decision. It was like life. It was life's decision because it was not something that I really said, okay, this is my plan. This is when I go. No, everything just flew this way,
Hmm.
and then it happens. And say, okay, this is my opportunity. So that's the reason why I always say that just pay attention to signs. There's signs everywhere. So I just might lost my job after my maternity leave, and I've been always very spiritual and meditating and when my son was about 6 months old, I got my first Akashic Records reading, and I was like you, I was oh my God, this is amazing, and there was a very strong connection with my teacher because we started talking and we were interested in the same topics, same things. And he said, you should become an Akashic Records reader. And I said, are you sure? The same, what we always think, no, I don't think I'm good enough to do this. And we started sharing experiences and meditation. And he said, I think that you're quite fluent. I mean, you can channel when you meditate because of what you share with me. So maybe if you become a reader, it's going to be much more fluent. So I decided to do it, but it was just for myself because at the beginning, when you start, it is an amazing tool for yourself. The first year, I just didn't do any readings for other people, just practicing with some friends, but it was not a whole session, just some questions. But it was mostly concentrated on myself. I just wanted to channel for me because I have a lot of doubts about life and the world and everything. So I was channeling. And then that I got practice with that. So at the same time, I started an affiliate marketing program. I'm in the training, and I never thought of joining the two of them. It's just yeah, I'm a Akashic Records reader for myself, but I want to work online. but I didn't like affiliate marketing. It just I learned a lot, but I didn't like it. So I had a session last year with a person that now is a friend, and she said, "Okay, let's exchange. So you practice, I practice," and she also does some this kind of sessions. And she said, "Why you're not doing this?" Because she was amazed with the experience. She said, "Why? I don't know my English. You know, your English is fine." She said, "You should start. You should start doing this." So she was the one that really pushed me to do it. And then some of the people, and then I had to work on some beliefs because of this belief of my English. I'm not native, and you know, you always think of that. And I just started. I say, okay, let's do it. So last year, so I've been channeling for 2 years, but last year was the time that I really started giving sessions to other people. I don't know, I have people from, okay.
Yeah, you're back. You're
Um,
back. So you have people all
yeah,
over
yeah.
the world.
So yeah, I gave sessions to people all over the world in English, most of them, all of them in English, some in Spanish, but most of them in English, and they were amazed with it. I mean, they were fascinated with it. So I am a mom, so it was like the big chance to say, okay, I would like to work from home. This is what I have. These are my tools. Because then I left that program, but I learned a lot, and I'm still learning because there's always a lot to learn. There is always something to learn, and so this is my business now. And apart from that, I'm starting this year to try. I would like to try to help people in personal growth as well, because it has been a big impact for me last year. Because if you really want to be successful in your business, you have to grow yourself. I mean, you have to work on those beliefs you have, and you have to heal some emotions wounds that you have, because otherwise it's just, you need to change yourself in all aspects. You need to learn new habits, change your habits, get rid of those beliefs that are stopping you. So it was like everything was together. I was channeling and learning about myself and healing and learning beliefs, and well, it is still happening, but last year was very, very strong. So this is how I started, and this is my story. I just decided, yeah, this is what I want to
This is
do,
what.
and I'm doing other courses now that are more related to another therapy, but it is also related to personal growth or personal development. But I have just started, so that's going to be. I will be able to work as a therapist next year, so I have to train myself during this year. So um, so well, do you want to know what the Akashic records are?
Yes, please. I think
Okay,
everyone.
so
Marta just wrote here my sessions with you. It was
with you, it was
mind-blowing. It
mind
is.
blowing.
It
Yeah,
is. It was, wasn't it?
yeah,
She is amazing. So
yeah,
yeah, let
yeah.
us know how
We
it
had a.
works. And
So well, the Akashic records, the word is quite difficult to remember, but then within practice you remember it. The Akashic records is come from the word Akasha, that is the energy that creates everything, creates life. So the Akashic records is like universal memory of existence. It's like a massive library. Imagine a massive library of the universe. So every single human being, every single object, even this table, this sofa, have its own Akashic records because they come from nature. So if they have been in nature before, they have their own Akashic records. So it's the same for people. Every single event, thought, word, experience, emotions, feelings that your soul felt in every single life can be past, present, or future. And I will explain that later because it also comes from future. Is kept in this Akashic Records place. It's a plane, it's an etheric plane, okay? So all the information about yourself is there, everything, even what you don't remember and what you don't know, everything is there. So why is it good to access them? The ones that are in charge of guarded this Akashic records are your spiritual guides. Every single person has spiritual guides. And what I do is I open with a prayer, I open your Akashic records and I connect with them, and they give me the information that you need to know right now in your life. Um, You know what I mean? Because sometimes the
Oh
message
yeah.
is exactly what
It is
you
exact.
say.
It is
Yeah, it's
exact.
exactly
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
need to learn, what you need to know now. Yes. And there are different ways that they show me that. They can show me past lives because that's another thing. Sometimes this is a feeling that a lot of people have, that you repeat experiences all the time, that you meet the same people all the time, and something bad it keeps on happening to you again and again and again, and you say, why this is still happening to me? And it's because you haven't learned the lesson. There's a lesson you have to learn from bad experiences, and sometimes those lessons or those experiences come from past lives. So as you haven't transcended, you will repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you learn what you have to learn. We like to complain and we like to blame the outside, blame the reality, blame others, but in
Oh
fact,
yeah.
everything that happens to us is because of there's a message there, and there is something that we have to learn. So what the spiritual guides show me is this is the past life that is affecting you, this situation in your life now. So this is what you have to learn. And sometimes when it is a very negative energy, because you are reached by that energy, what I do is I disconnect you from the past life. Okay, so there's something that a lot of people don't know. So every single soul is multidimensional. That means that one soul can be incarnated in different bodies at the same time. And those bodies are in the past, present, and future. Why? Because time is an illusion. It doesn't exist. This is just an illusion for us in the third dimension. So your soul is living other lives uh, in the past, present, and future, and those lives can reach you. I mean, the energy can connect with you. So if it is a very bad energy, sometimes we don't know why we have a negative thought, when it is, where this is coming from. We don't know why we have it, and sometimes it's because something is happening to the other person that is incarnated in your soul, and you are living it. So what I do is I disconnect you from that life. So that is one of the ways that they show me. Another way is by symbolic images. Sometimes you have a belief about yourself, and they show me the images are magnificent. They're fabulous because they're so clear, and they explain very well what you are feeling right now, what your beliefs is about. And they say, this is what you do, this is what you believe, and this is what you. They just show me the image, and then they talk, and then I explain to you. Of course, I connect with them using telepathy. It's the only way. We don't talk. We just use telepathy. And sometimes they just speak. It happens in a session that the guy, he was very, very interested in the session, and they just speak, speak, speak. I mean, they spoke a lot. Sometimes that happens. So I never know what is coming. Um, it is very important that the person is ready to receive the information, because sometimes in some sessions people deny and say, no, that is not me, no, that is not happening to me. And they are denied to themselves what is happening. So I need to make sure that the person is ready, because otherwise the session is unsuccessful. I mean, it blocks me. I mean, if the person is not ready to receive, I don't channel. Just nothing will come, because the person is not open to receive the message. Okay. So that is how the session works. I don't know what else you. Um, I think I have talked about everything. I don't know if there is something else you told me to talk about. So the good point is that you will learn a lot about why things are happening to you now, why you're having some special thoughts that you don't know where they're coming from. And after the session, as there's a lot of energy moved, of course, after the session, what happened to me is that after a week, I noticed that there was some thoughts that were gone. I mean, I just didn't have them anymore, because I would disconnect it from the life. It is very, very important to be aware of where they are coming from, where this started, where that belief started. You know what I mean? So that is the good thing of having the session. Sometimes when you have, for example, well, this is just much more. It's harder, but when you have an illness or when you have a symptom and you don't know where it is coming from, um, sometimes it's come from a past life. And just being aware of where it comes from, it helps you to just say, this doesn't belong to me. It's from another life. It's not mine. So just being aware is a way of healing. You're healing yourself. Okay.
I love that.
So I don't know what else would you like to know.
What was interesting to me that after the session, so once we had the session, you said there is a little buffer time when it doesn't really make sense to have a new one because everything needs to be. So what's the
It's after a month. You can have a
regularity?
session, and because there's such a lot of information, and you process the information, even though if you don't pay attention or you don't think of the session, your unconsciousness is processing the information. So it takes some time to process. It has to be at least a month. I know I have a friend in Argentina. I don't know why she did like this, but in 3 months she had like 4 different sessions, not of Akashic records. It was Akashic records and another session, and she was feeling very, very overwhelmed, and she stopped for, I know, 2 years. She didn't want any kind of therapy because it was such a lot of information. She couldn't cope with it. She just couldn't. And when she told me about this, I said, why do you think like that? Because the lady wanted to be paid twice in a month, but she didn't thought of her. She didn't think of her. So um, it is important to wait at least 1 month. Yeah, at least
That's
1 month.
why, yeah, that was my first thought as well, my strategic and business mind. It was like, okay, then you need, so if you have one client, then it's only every month when you get paid, so you will need to have this and this amount of clients and blah blah blah, I'm
Yeah.
just but it's a sign. If someone tells you to have more than one session, right, in a month, then that's a sign
Yeah.
that the person is not really doing a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. And can
Yeah.
you
There's some
can you
people that are
receive?
already,
Hmm.
yeah.
Go on.
There are some people that are already asking for the second session, but
Uh,
I did them in November, and they say,
mhm.
"Can I have my second session?" Yeah, sure, you can. But yeah, 2 months is fine. Yeah,
It's fine.
but at least it has
Hmm.
to be 1 month. Yeah. And there's a lot of revelations from past lives. Some people really like that. Sometimes they don't understand. That's another thing. You can ask all the questions you want to ask. Um, some sometimes you feel a very special connection with a family member or with a relative or with a friend, or you say, why we are so connected. I'm sure there are a lot of past lives that you live together, and you have chosen to meet again in this life. You know that we make soul contracts before we are born.
Hmm.
So until we are going to meet all that people that we have soul contracts with, until we really learn what we have to learn. When you feel that you don't resonate anymore with a person, maybe you had a friend and you were a very close friend for years, but then there was one day that you feel as we talk and we are not having the same
Yeah, yeah.
resonation. That's because the soul contract has finished. Everything that you had to learn from each other is done.
It's done. I
And if
had
you
a
keep
friend.
on trying
Hmm.
yeah, if you keep on trying and try, I want to see her because we used to be very
Yeah,
good friends.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's not anymore. Just you have to take your path and she has to take hers.
yeah. That can be
So all
painful.
those questions, you have a lot of questions about life, about relationship, especially relationships. So you can ask all those questions in the session. Sometimes they just came up, they just they are shown, and some other times you have to ask. You can ask for them.
But maybe you
So
are not ready, right? So that can also happen that I want to know about whatever relationship, but the records are not showing because
yeah,
you're not ready. You have to solve
yeah, they show
first.
you.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're very careful with that. They
Hmm.
don't. They're
Hmm.
not going to give you a lot of information. They will say what you can hear,
Hmm.
what you
Hmm.
are ready to hear. Yes,
Yeah,
they are
that's
very, very
important.
careful. I
Hmm.
had a lot of revelations about some of my past lives, but they gave me the information very slowly, very
Hmm.
slowly. Like
Hmm.
they told me something, or they showed me a past life, and then after some months they told me again something else about that past life. So I
Hmm.
could. They said this one that I had received information 3 times about that. So the last time I really understood why they were showing me that past life, but they
Mm.
show me just in 3 times with, I don't know, gaps of months,
Mm-hmm.
between one and another. They just come and they say, okay, this is the time for you to know this.
To make
Now you're
sure.
ready to know that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And not to freak
Yeah.
out too much.
Yeah. And they don't know, for example, if you want to know, I'm going to marry this guy. Those questions are, I'm going to be me, a millionaire. That depends on you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to marry this guy, what do you feel? They ask that. They say,
Mm-hmm.
what do you feel?
They really
Yeah,
want to.
or they say the soul contract is still ongoing. So no, you're not finishing with this person. Well, you will see this
Mm-hmm.
person again, but they're not going to tell you this is what you have to learn from this person. No, because that's your work.
Yeah, that's
That's
our
what you
job.
have to
Yeah,
find out.
right.
Yeah.
We have to do a little bit here as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so
So
funny
yeah,
because you mentioned, and yeah, I guess I can share that. You
yeah,
mentioned to me
sure.
that I have a friend. It came to you as a auntie or as someone who is close to a family, but I couldn't really pinpoint anyone because I don't really have that. Our family is really small, and we are not really,
Close.
with the other part of the family, we are not close at all. So I haven't had that, but I had this friend when you described the person, and we really have a special connection. So even the person, when you connect after a year or so, and you still have this, we don't need to talk every day to make that connection or to feel that connection again. And even in our past lives, we went through approximately the same stuff. Only she has already kids. So with my age now, she had already kids, and we knew each other. Uh, but at the end of the day, that's the connection what we had. And you told me to talk to this person because she's going through the same stuff what I'm going through. Uh,
And you didn't know.
and I didn't know about it, and she is the person who
Mm.
actually able to tell me or mm, give me not
Advice.
not
Yeah.
information, but really useful tips and tricks, and yeah, if I need help with that topic, what we are going through, then yeah, she's the person. And I was like, I wanted to reach out anyway. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And if you don't know about, guys, last year I ended a 9-year relationship, and I moved to Germany from the UK. So it was pretty hard. It was interesting. Actually, I'm back in the UK right now and moving. So yeah, doing
You're
the
living here
the flat.
again.
I'm here just for a week to
Okay.
make the flat empty, and go back to Germany. So yeah, so this is what's happening, and this started in spring sometimes. And I was just texting to my friend, yeah, let's meet, it would be nice. And she was like, there, I have big news and blah blah blah, because we haven't talked for ages now. And
Okay.
she was like, yeah, I have big news too. I ended a 10-year-old relationship as well. She's with a new guy, and everything what I just went through, she was like, tuck 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 tuck. And I'm like, Silvana, no, no, I can't believe that. It was
It was
so
not
great.
me. It was not. I'm
Yeah,
just like
no,
a
no.
breach. That's what I do. It's just I'm a breach.
It was
I'm a
it was
channel.
amazing. It was amazing. It was like,
Yeah.
boy, I can't believe that. And this is the same, and
Yeah.
this is the same, and this is the same. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, no, I can't
Exactly.
believe
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing. So imagine that I'm connected 24 hours,
I
24
want, I
7.
want that too, right?
I mean, if I am not concentrated. I don't
Mhm.
channel. I mean, I live normally. I have a normal life. But when I have
Don't you
a
say?
question in my head, I say, "Oh gosh, what I'm going to do with this?"
Mm.
Pim, 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 pim. Okay, I got it.
I love that.
It's like
That's the magic pill, huh?
they guide me. Yeah, it's just they guide me.
Mm.
They don't take decisions for me, but they tell me to take a decision. They stop my head when it's going like fast. They say, stop, think of this, concentrate on that. Your son, it's just, yeah. It's amazing.
It's really
It is
helpful.
indeed. I became a teacher in December,
Oh,
so I can now introduce Akashic Records readers. So
mhm.
I have to translate all the manual yet because I haven't done it yet. It's all in Spanish, so that will take me some time. But if there is any person that is interested in becoming a reader, you can start practicing with meditation. So once you become a reader, you're much more faster with
Mhm.
fluency. But yeah, I'm a teacher now, so
Cool.
I
Congratulations.
can also introduce. Thank you. I can also introduce readers. So
So
yeah,
cool, so cool.
that
Oh, thank you
that's
very much for
it.
sharing that. I was so fascinated after our call that, we were like, okay, yeah, let's hop on a call and share with the guys because this is amazing and hashtag
Yeah.
next level, right? So it's like, it never ends. It never ends. We always
Yeah.
learn, we always grow. So how can people find you and what do you have to offer or
So
how does it work?
I am on Facebook and Instagram with my name. You can find me. My fan page is Silvana Samos Akashic Records. But in fact, my brand is called Akashic Awakening. The thing I wanted to use some keywords there so people can find Akashic Records. But the brand is Akashic Awakening. On Instagram is if you type Silvana Samos, I think you will find is Akashic Awakening.
Hmm.
The account is Akashic Awakening. And then I have a website which have some more information. What I have just told you about the session, and that's called Silvana Samos only, just Silvana Samos.
Cool.
Yeah, because I plan to add
Hmm.
more information to it. I
Hmm.
mean
Not
about the other
only.
therapy
Hmm.
that I'm
Hmm.
getting ready for. So
Cool, cool, cool.
so yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a group. It doesn't have a lot of members. It's called Healing to Succeed,
Mm.
and it have some hands with flowers, and it's
Hmm.
called Healing to Succeed in Business and Life because that's what I'm doing, healing myself for business and for life. So I have started in 2009 with videos so as to help people with personal growth or personal
Hmm.
development. So I started last week, and I'm planning to upload a new video tomorrow, I think.
Cool, cool, cool.
So I don't have
Let's
many
join.
members, but yeah, all the information, all the videos are going to be there. I still share that in my personal account, in my
Hmm.
fan page, but the idea is to build this group and start sharing
I love that. I love that.
experiences and
Count me in.
ideas.
Count me in. Count me in. Yeah, let's add
Okay.
let's add these to the comments. So once we are done, then we can add to the comments everything what we just talked about, what you Facebook page, your page, Instagram, and the group, and then the guys
Okay.
can reach out to you. And oh, it's so amazing. Thank you very much for joining me.
Okay, thanks to you. It was
Thank
amazing,
you very
yeah,
much, guys.
talking about this.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can tell that. You can tell that.
yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank
And
you.
guys, feel free to reach out to Silvana. It's so cool. It is. It is really. Have an
It is
amazing
indeed.
one.
Okay,